Hey everyone, I'm happy to see that you're joining us for a new episode here on the Get Growth channel, where we show you how to get growth by using different online marketing tools. And in this episode, I'm actually gonna show you how to get growth using the ThriLeads WordPress plugin. Um, Most people think that it's just a plugin for creating pop-ups. It's actually not true. If you can think of any conversion element possible, you'll be able to do it with Thrive Leads. Now, you know that some of its main competitors are SumoMe, which recently bought the domain sumo.com with about $1.5 million. Pretty expensive. Anyway, so they've done that, and they're kind of the Thrive Leads' biggest competitors. I think that because of Thrive Leads, it's just my opinion, but I think that because of Thrive Leads, they've had to make most of their stuff be a lot cheaper because Sumo was very, very expensive in the past, and Thrive Leads is a bit cheaper. Now, there's also another competitor, Hello Bar, and from my point of view, from my perspective, I think that Thrive Leads is definitely the best choice for most people. But you need to keep in mind that in order to use Thrive Leads, you're gonna have to do a lot of itsy bitsy work here and there. You're gonna need to know a bit of CSS because they sometimes look messy on different WordPress installs and on different WordPress themes. Now that's the only downside. The upside is that for very cheap licenses, which are kind of like almost free in my opinion, you can get everything that you ever wanted to do on your site in terms of conversion rate elements. And today I'm going to show you how. So let's see how you can get growth using the Thrive Leads plugin. Before we go on, it would be nice if you guys went ahead and go to our YouTube channel page and click subscribe, or click here subscribe in this video. This is the Get Growth page, and basically we're gonna have every new week we're gonna have some pretty cool tools that we are going to show to you, and we're not just doing reviews and stuff like that. We're actually showing you how to get growth and the things that will help you to get growth for your business. Now, you can start also asking some questions in the chat box here on YouTube Live, if you're live with me today, and I'll make sure that I answer them. So remember, here on the Get Growth channel, every single Thursday at 4 p.m. London time, we do these live streams, and you can actually use the live chat section to chat with us. And at the end, I'm gonna look at everything that you've written in the chat box, and I'm gonna start talking to you about them. Right, so let's get this show started. Now, we're gonna take a look inside of the squirrely.co website, which I'm pretty much afraid to show anybody. I don't know why. It's just like I'm going to show you the insides of my website. And that seems horrible to do it on a live stream, but whatever. So we're going there, and basically let's see. This is like, so here's what I have. Of course, this is the best plugin that I've ever used. Shameless person. And this is another great plugin called Instapage that we have here in the site. And better click to tweet. These are plugins that I couldn't live without. Actually, my Sumo is not even connected right at this moment because I've kept using Thrive Leads. So let's go to Thrive dashboard, and this is what you get. So this is how it all starts, how it all looks, and then you click on the Thrive Leads dashboard, and magic happens very, very soon. Alright, so at this moment in time, we're kind of shifting a lot of our strategies at Squirrely, and we're not exactly doing things as we used to. But when we were actively going ahead and acquiring people through our blog, these numbers that you see here in today's summary were pretty impressive. And I'm not just gonna say that they were impressive, I'm gonna show you, because one of the great parts about Thrive Leads is that it shows you a history of your unique impressions, of your conversions, of your conversion rate, which is super awesome because you can keep changing your elements and you can keep seeing how your conversions improve over time. All right, now of course I keep talking about unique impressions, conversions, conversion rate, stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about blog pages, about hello bars. I'm gonna talk about shortcodes, boxes, and other stuff here. Now, the thing is, if you don't know what each of these things mean, it's maybe best if you go in the description of this video and you check out lesson 4 from one of our courses. It's called Effective Conversion Elements and How to Implement Them. Let me tell you, I can implement everything with Thrive Leads. And you can implement everything with Thrive Leads. That's awesome. So that's why reading this article is really good. If you don't have the theory just yet, just go ahead, see in the description what conversion elements you can place, and then let's see it. You can do it with Thrive Leads. All right. Moving on. So we have the conversion site. So if I click View More, you're gonna see that it loads. It's not the fastest dashboard in the universe, but they have a lot of data, so I know that it really comes in very hard to load that kind of stuff. And now I have the conversion report, where I can ask for other types of reports, but I care about the conversion report, and I don't care about this year, because this year we have completely new different strategies at Squirrely for all of our products. But last year we've done a lot of conversion rate optimization stuff. So you can see it's loading, and it says number of lead generation conversions over time. And this is kind of what happens. So here are some really good stuff that I can see. So in March, you can see that I've had lots of conversions for the blog. We've actually had a couple of campaigns. One of them was for real estate people, one of them was for e-commerce sites, and one of them was for tech. And it is that we kept writing different articles for different audiences, and we were converting them as we were moving along. So you can see a lot of conversions, but the thing is that we didn't convert all of them with the same pop-up. We've created different pop-ups for different types of customers, and that's something that you can do in Thrive Leads, and it's amazingly simple to implement it, and I'm gonna show it to you today. Right, so these are the conversions, and the thing is that you also see here, like, these are blog pages types of conversions. These are my test conversions. Right, so I can remove all of them. Let's remove them. And you can see that most of my conversions come from the element called blog pages. This is the name that I've given. It's not by default set up in Thrive Leads. This is something that I've done. So I was looking at blog pages. Now let's see if the test brought anything. 0 conversions. The test sucked. Right, Hello Bar Friday. Hello Bar Friday didn't work. Get Starbucks free. Well, this one actually worked. I didn't even know that we gave Starbucks for free, but it seems that we've done it, but the conversion element wasn't very visible because you can only see it in a couple of instances right here. This was box 1, another type of box 1, box 2, content upgrades. Right, and the other stuff simply did not work. And here, of course, I have a pretty good list. This one came from Instagram, for example. This is kind of awesome because I know all the source that came through my website and then got on my email list. By the way, the emails that I grab here, I could export them using the Thrive Leads plugin inside of WordPress, but the best thing is that they've got connections to MailChimp and they pop everything over to MailChimp, and it's perfect. Right, so this is stuff that came from Pinterest, other websites, and Pinterest again. So these are my blog pages types of conversions. And yeah, so that's the kind of thing that you can see here as far as conversions go. So blog pages was the most impressive one. Now, we do have this. We're gonna go in Thrive Leads, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Of course, when Thrive Leads measures conversions, it measures the stuff where you actually can place your email in and you get stuff, because we've had a lot of conversions using Thrive Leads, and not all of them are there because we've had buttons, and those buttons led you to the subscription forms, and they couldn't really track that, but it's okay. So let's show you some conversion rates that we have. Again, we're going for last year. A conversion rate, that's what I need. So I need conversion rates. All right, so you can see that our conversion rates were always pretty high. So if you've read about conversion rates and stuff, you usually get like 2%, as 2% is what you usually get when you've placed a conversion element, but it's not really good. Once you have 5%, well, that's kind of like where you want to be. And if you can go way above 5%, that means that the thing you're offering to your visitors is really attractive, and that's why you'll get higher conversion rates. So we've played a lot and we've tested different things. So we even had really huge conversion rates like 15% and other stuff like that. So that's pretty amazing. And you can see so average conversion rate. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. So yeah, so in 9th of April, we've had better conversion rates. On the previous page, it was our conversion rates before I actually worked on it. But after I've worked on it, because I remember that in April we've done a lot of stuff, and you can start seeing that basically in March we've had lower conversion rates mostly, and then we've started having much higher conversion rates. And let's see what happens on page 3. Of course, the best thing would be to study them as you move along. Study them as much as you can, so that you see how everything is affected, and you need to look at averages anyway. But it's really cool that you have these reports, because these reports can really show you how to get growth for your business. When we were working on conversions on the renegadecitizen.com website, it was a really cool game development blog. Now it's turned into kind of like this shop for awesome t-shirts. I bought one myself. It's pretty amazing. Now the idea is that on Renegade Citizen, we've created a book that we gave to his audience about how to outsource mobile game development. And until we've really done the whole Thrive Leads optimization, we've got really good colors, we've got a better image, we had much better copy written there in the pop-up. Very few people signed, and it was really interesting to see, using what I've shown you in this video today, that after we've done all our homework and we've managed to do everything right, the conversions just started rising. All right, and without further ado, let's go and see the details. All right, so this is the blog pages, the notorious thing that I've shown you that had lots of conversions, lots of impressions, and other stuff like that. Now, what you will see here is a very low conversion rate, like 1.28%, and this is why this thing happened. So I have this element, this conversion element, that says wake up with new leads from the content you publish. So this is something that I've created in Thrive Leads. Now, it's really cool because most people have used this, and before we were fully booked for our content marketing services agency, we've used this, and a lot of people clicked yes, more customers please, and this sent them to a landing page where we showed how they can get content from our social media services and stuff like that. So the idea is that this worked really well, but Thrive Leads cannot measure this as a conversion, and that's why you see here on my screen that it says yes, more customers please, but if you look here in the left side of the screen, it says fave.agency/squirrely 2016, and I measured that in Bitly. It shows me exactly how many clicks I've had, and because people actually click but it doesn't measure as conversion, this rate will go low here if you use this kind of element. So that's one problem, but otherwise it worked perfectly, and I don't really care about that because I've measured that using the Fave agency link. And the idea is that for my elements like my lightbox that I really cared about conversions, you can see that it's a very strong 6.82% on a really big sample size. So 12,110 people. You can see the post footer is also very small in terms of conversions because I didn't have actual conversions. I just sent them to another page, and that's not tracked, and that's why this is 0. So that's the sort of thing that you really need to look out for when you're dealing with Thrive Leads and this sort of stuff. You have to, if you just put clickable buttons and you don't actually convert, it's not actually a conversion right then and there. You're just sending traffic. You have to measure that by other means. All right. Yeah. So this is something that we've done. Also, if you want to learn more about different types of conversion elements and stuff like that, and if you think that I talk about too many things that you might not know at this point, you can just go to scorely.co and to the education part. We have the education cloud where you can get your hands on really great training. Just subscribe with your email address and you're gonna get your free invite. um, it's a world of knowledge, and you're going to be on your way to becoming an SEO superstar, but not just an SEO superstar, because we teach a lot of other digital marketing stuff like conversion rate optimization, social media, and SEO, and content marketing as well. So you register, you get an account from us because we need to validate you first, and then you have access to our membership site where you can learn about a lot of things. So this is kind of cool. All right, moving back. Right, so we have the lightbox. Um, and I can edit it here. Let me see if it gives me a preview. Right, so the idea is that you can set very interesting rules, and you can see that they are really easy because you have a trigger, which means when something happens, show this, and it says displays after 40 seconds. That's why we've had really good conversion rates, because we've only shown it after 40 seconds. So if people didn't want to read the text on our pages, we didn't care about saying, hey, we're gonna teach you stuff because you're not interested in us. Sadly, we're not interested in you anyway. So you had to spend some time on our site to get this. Of course, we also show this when people had the exit intents when they did this and they were trying to leave pages. We were bringing them back onto the site. This was the display frequency every 7 days, and the animation was pretty strong. We've had much higher conversion rates after using the animation. It was bounce in. Alright, so let's see the design that we've had. Yeah, because of my Instapage plugin, I can't see the design right now. This is a shame. Let's see. I should activate it. Right, so I'm in another window, that's why we're not seeing it in the stream right now. You can also reset statistics, as you can see here, to get better numbers, especially after you've done some changes. But why doesn't it show me the new conversion element? I'll just go back here. Alright, and they should be active, so if I go to our history of SEO article, it should start showing up. Alright, so finally, so we have this. Okay. So we said you'll get 10,000 unique visitors this month, and we've shown them a small error here, which is pretty cool, which says yes, send me the lessons. And if I click on this one, otherwise click here, this pop-up will simply disappear. Now I've seen from some pretty smart people, namely Joanna at Copy Hackers, that they've tested this type of form As I said, in Thrive Leads you can do many types of forms, but this is the one that performs best, and we've tested this ourselves, and we went from 5% to 6.82%, as you could see in the dashboard, because we've added these two buttons. So we have like this one with very unattractive copy that says otherwise click here, which sucks because it doesn't have any action elements, so nobody will click that. But if anybody clicked that, it would simply close the window, um, and there you have it. You could go on and read the next parts in the article, and if you click yes, send me lessons, you actually go to the conversion part, and it says sign up to get started right away. You enter your URL, your email address, and you start the advanced training. And this was super helpful and super effective, and I'm really happy that Thrive Leads does this, because in other software, when I've tried to use these types of pop-ups, it either didn't work or it was way too expensive to actually invest in it. Alright, so this is one of the forms that we've had for pop-ups. This is the one that worked best, and in this video you could get to see some pretty cool stuff about Thrive Leads and how we've used them at Squarely. Now, one other thing that I will do is next time I'm gonna go to this test website called the ANA test, right? And we have this website and we have this dashboard. So I've never used Thrive Leads here, so in the next video I'm gonna show from A to Z how I set up that kind of form, how I set up a form that gets displayed in your articles. If you have articles about real estate, just the people who see your real estate articles will see that pop up, and if you have another one for game designers, graphic designers, whatever, they will get another set of pop-ups and conversion elements, so that you speak to each audience in a different way, so that you boost your conversions and you make sure that your email lists are already segmented from the beginning. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. So just be here on our YouTube. You can see the link here, youtube.com/c/getgrowtv. You know, be here next Thursday, 4 p.m. London time, and we're gonna see how to do all of that. All right. And also, you should follow our Twitter on twitter.com/squirrelyhq, because we have a lot of lessons that people seem to love. So apparently 3 likes, a retweet, and we have our lessons right here, and you can read them directly from Twitter. Yeah, so see you next time, and we're gonna set up some really cool stuff in the Thrive Leads WordPress pop-up plugin. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm gonna look at the chat section now, and I'm gonna be there with you in a moment.